Imagine this, you file your taxes and are anticipating a refund in the mail, but when you finally receive it, it doesn't exactly reflect the amount you were expecting. Well, that could mean your refund was garnished because of an outstanding bill with a government agency such as the Guam Memorial Hospital. Although this may have happened to many residents, in Ray Cruz's case, it was a mistake.
I called Revenue Tax and I spoke with Marie Benito. She's been really helpful, and she's been trying to get to the bottom of this also. She checked in the system, and it showed that my taxes were garnished to GMH for bill in 2002. So I called GMH and I spoke with Liz Nicholas, the administrator. She looked it up in the system and said that I owe $1,700 because they included my mother's bill. And I explained to them that I am not liable for my mother's bill.
Cruz's name was on a debt-to-file list provided by the hospital to the Department of Revenue and Taxation. According to DRT Director John Camacho, the hospital provides his agency a disk which contains the list of delinquent accounts. That list is then downloaded into DRT's system, which automatically garnishes refunds.
And what happens is basically when this particular person has a refund with the department, by law, the Internal Revenue Code or Guam Territory Income Tax allow those offsets or garnishments.
Camacho says most of the time the person being garnished is aware of the debt and has the opportunity to work with GMH on a payment plan. But for Cruz, he says he was not given any notice, and once he was garnished, he contacted DRT and GMH wanting answers and proof that the garnishment was not an error.
She told me to wait for 1 week while they were digging up, 2002 billing. She just called me yesterday and told me they found my mother's report, and it shows that I did not sign it. So I explained to her, so who justifies those things, Who calls Revenue Tax and says, this person owes this amount of money without even having their ducks in line? You're trying to collect money from me that you don't even have proof for.
How did this happen, and are there any measures in place to ensure that a refund is not garnished erroneously? Camacho says that they are only following what is on the list, and the agency providing the information is responsible for ensuring accuracy, as well as notifying his Department of Accounts paid in full. Camacho adds that Cruz is not the only person to file a complaint. According to Cruz, if he didn't follow up on the matter, then he would have lost his tax refund money.
I know there's a lot of people out there that their taxes are being garnished, but, they just believe what, the government tells you. But they should try and, go back to GMH and say, you know what, show proof to me that I owe you this amount. Because in my case, I called their bluff, and they didn't have that document.
Camacho says the agency which provides the lists, such as GMH, is responsible to pay back the money mistakenly garnished. However, according to Cruz, when that money will be paid back is unknown. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Jolene Toves.